Good morning, everybody. This is Diane. I have an eclectic set of books in front of me. The only thing they have in common is they're all little golden books. I'm going to do a set of little golden books to put in my shop. This is when I first tried out making a flexible spine. I experimented on this before I did the journals that I was actually going to work on at that time. And it's called, I'll have to link the video for making this cover. So I set this aside. It's been quite a while now. So I'm going to finish this. The cover's done. I'm just going to make the pages to go in it. And along with that, I'm going to do this one. I've been hoarding it, and I want to make a journal with it. And I have this one, which I love. It's an older one. $1955. And then this one is really different for me, but there was just something about it that I liked. It was a brand new book. It's actually copyrighted 2013, but it was unused. It's in pristine condition. It was. I took it apart, so now it's not. But I just seem to keep finding robot stuff. And I had this, so I decided to make robot journals. So this, I don't know where I got this. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while. But it's just a bunch of robot cards. Classroom decor. What else do I have? One of the Highlights magazines that I got at a flea market or Salvation Army or something had some robot stuff in it. So there's this. It says build a bot. So you were supposed to cut the robots apart and then you could put them back together the way you wanted to. So there are pieces for build a bot. And that one that's not cut apart. This was in a bundle of scrapbook paper that I got at Hobby Lobby, the kind where they're clearancing some of their single sheets and you can't tell what you're getting. So that's perfect. I must have used a piece of it for something else, but that's what's left. I have these stickers, and they're dimensional. Some of these might have come from my daughter. She did a robot birthday party for my grandson at one point. So I might have gotten them from her. I don't know. And then I just picked out some papers that I thought, well, I have, wait. This was from my daughter. It's a set of stamps, robot stamps. So I had started a while ago making some little embellishment pieces. So I have to continue working on those. And then when I'm done with this robot journal, I'm going to sell this. We found it when we were going through her stamps that she wants to get rid of, which are still at her house. She still hasn't brought them to me. But I brought this one home with me because I knew I wanted to do this journal. But I'm not going to keep it. So when I'm done with the robot journal, I'm going to sell this, and along with any leftover ephemera I have. I had a lot of pages out of one of the old Smashing Up King & Company smash books that were perfect. The colors and the style, the shape of things to come. I thought that was cool. So I just pulled a bunch. It says, we're on to you. Here you go. Aren't these styles perfect? And the colors. So I won't need all of them in this journal, but I can use some for sure. And I had pulled some scrapbook papers that had the colors that I wanted to use, the oranges and blues. So, oh, there's a full sheet of robots. Cool. So that's what I have for robots. And I'm going to start prepping some of that stuff right now. Oh, And I was just in my office where some of my paper is stored, pulling out just random papers. I have this classroom book to use. I thought I might use some of those in my robot book. But I was looking at music. I wanted to pull some music out. And look what I found. I couldn't believe it. So that's definitely going in. What else have I pulled out? I got some wrapping paper and stationery pieces. So I don't know what is going in what journal at this point, but I just brought some out. But this is kind of modern looking, and I'm not sure if I'll use them in the robot journal, but I might. The colors aren't exactly what I was working with, but I do like the look of them, especially this one. So we'll just see how that goes. I have some nursery rhyme vintage wrapping paper, perfect for this Mother Goose book. There's another, this one. So I have two different nursery rhyme. This one I thought would be great for the robot book, except for the colors, so again, I'll have to see about that. This is a cat, so I thought maybe the owl and the pussycat could have that one. And there's some cats on that one. It's just some cardstock I was making those robot ephemera pieces with. And I have this set of cards that I got at the flea market that are all Eloise Wilkin cards from the nursery rhyme book. So I'll definitely use some of these. So like I said, it's an eclectic mix. So the pieces that I'm pulling, I need different ones for different books, different styles and types for different books. So I think I'm going to concentrate on just doing the robot book because that is really different. So I'm going to put my robot ephemera in my little drawers so I know where they are when I want them. I'll just set this there. And I'll start cutting some papers. Well, actually, before I start cutting papers, I'm going to work on making some more of this ephemera. That'll be more fun for you to watch, I think. It's a little cleaner on that side. So we have robots and words and gears. And the font for the words and that's a cool font. Futuristic, robot-y. Apparently I didn't put it back very well. So this is going to be fun because it's so different from what I normally do. I have some ovals and circles in different sizes that I punched out of orange and blue cardstock. And I've got some images stamped. I just need to put them together. Alright, I have two different robots there. Let's stamp some more robots. I have that one and that one. So I guess I just need, there's two more. I need those two. my Ranger Archival ink. This is a far cry from Holly Hobby and sewing journals, isn't it? But I hope it's something that you're interested in. Cut these apart, and then we're going to start assembling some robot ephemera. Let's cut this one off first. The arm on my cutter was angled, so that didn't cut straight. See if I ruined that one. It looks straight. I might need to look for some orange and blue cardstock to make some backgrounds for those. Okay. I'm just going to start gluing these pieces together. I want to kind of offset them like that. I don't know what brand these stamps are. She didn't have the packaging for them. So yesterday I spent most of the day working on cleaning, organizing, purging in here. Still have a lot more to do. But I'm thinking about it. last night and this morning, even before I got out of bed. I was thinking I really need to be aggressive with my purging, because the amount of stuff I have is ridiculous. And you know, I purged a lot when I moved. That one's done. But there's no way I can use up all the stuff I have, and I really want to make it so things aren't packed in so tightly and hard to find and overflowing. So I might have to go back through some that I just purged and do a little more purging. So you'll be seeing de-stash stuff in my shop. These are fun already, aren't they? I can even make little embellishments with this little word zip. And is that the smallest one? I think so. Yeah, zap is bigger. Zip and zap. Must be I didn't like the boink word because I didn't stamp any boinks. I forgot to not glue the whole thing. I think I have more than enough, but I can always pass along leftovers along with the stamp set. Okay, I'll need to punch more, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not sure how I'm going to use these guys. I don't think I want to fussy cut them out, so I'll probably just maybe punch a corner or something and back them with some cardstock also. But we got a good start on that stuff. So I'm gonna just start cutting some papers. The book is 6 by 8. So I want the papers to be smaller than that. Now, what I will do with these is, I kind of wanted to get away from using the whole story in order in little golden books. But I think for this one, it rhymes, and they're just so cute. So I think I'm going to do that. Use the whole book, the whole story in order. So I wrote in pencil 1, 2, 3, and that is one signature. Golden books have 2 signatures with 3 folio spreads in each signature. So there's 3, and then 4, 5, and 6 I numbered in pencil, and it's way up here instead of down in the corner because I'm going to cut some of it off. And I use Gail Agostinelli's technique for putting these pages into journals. So I will, if you haven't seen that, she does it, and I've done it several times on video, so, but I'll do it again here. So I'm going to cut the pages down to about 7 7/8, I think. Let me see if I like that height. I'll do it a little bit more. Actually, I think that was 7, and that's 7 3/4. So I'm going to cut it down to 7 1/2. As we'll take it off the top this time. That makes me more comfortable. I like to have a little wiggle room, so if I end up not centering it completely, it's not too close to one end or the other. And I will cut off some of the edge of the page. I don't know if Gail does that part. I don't know if she trims that, but the next thing is to take this folded edge. It's where the staples were, and there's usually a little bit of space that's not illustrated so much, and fold it. And the goal is to have the page be less than 5 inches, or 6 inches, so that's 5 1/2. So I just fold that over, see if I like that size. That's good. And I'll just go ahead and do one folio. What I do is I put all of the first signature pages, the 3 pages, in the first signature of the journal. And then the next set I put in the 3rd signature, because I do 3 signature journals. And then the middle signature doesn't have any of these pages, but it has extra of other kinds of pages. Okay, they're all about 5.5 inches wide now. I'm going to cut a few pages that will go with these, and then I'll show you how we put it together with that little flappy fold there. So these pages are 5.5 inches. I'm going to cut these pages 11 or even a little less than 11, because as you stack things into the book, they stick out, so I like to trim a little bit more. So 11 wide by 7.5 tall. That one's a cardstocky one, so the heavier ones I like to put at the front of the signature to be the cover, so to speak, of the signature. That's just going to be a small page. And let's do this one. This one is a thinner paper. I think we'll use this one in another signature. Follow the Leader. That sounds like a good name for a robot journal, a good song. Take Me to Your Leader. If you're familiar with old-time science fiction. All right, I think that's enough to at least be able to show you. I'm going to cut one small piece. Oh, forgot about these guys. Yeah. I could use that for something I'm going to show you. Take one of these. Isn't that cool? All right, now let's start assembling a signature. Too bad the name is on the fold. All right, so these pages are in the first signature, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to take this to be the cover of the signature. I'm going to take this the first page of the book, and put it in there and open it up and make sure that you put a page in here. So you see where this comes apart, where we folded it? I'm going to glue that right there. we might as well do that for all of them. So I'm paying attention to the numbers. This is number 1. I'm going to put that in there. I will put the next page here so it separates these two pages because they don't go together. The next page after this would be this one. I'll just put a piece of paper in there. And then I would, however many pages you want to put in there. I'm going to put this one in, but instead of this flap going to the back, I'm going to put this one in the front. And we're going to do something with those flaps in a minute. Open it up. Add another page. Well, I didn't cut it that way, did I? And then this one is going to go to the back again. So I've kind of adapted the way Gail does it. She does it with the flap, folding that flap in the center, so you don't have to fold this piece in. Some people keep the books with they just take it apart and they keep this part and then reinforce that so it's not so bendy. But I like the size of it cut down like that, so that's what I do. But it takes away some of the room for pages. That's why we have to cut them down. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotta put something in the middle here. 7. Eight pages for now. So you see what I mean about these are all cut the same width, but as you get into the center they stick out more. If you put trim on the outside like a lace, that can cover that up. But I don't think I'll be using lace on this, so I'm going to cut these down. And it's okay if they stick out a little bit. You know, this is a junk journal. They're not supposed to be perfectly like manufactured books. Okay, now what are we going to do with those weird little flaps? Because they're not very attractive. So here's this flap on the first book page. So you can just glue something on it, and it can be the full size of the page. It can be any size that you want it to be within that range. It could be just a little flap like that. I'm going to make it this size, whatever. I cut it to 5 inches by 7.5 because that's the height. So I'm going to glue that there. And then you still have the flap showing on this side. So you can take another piece. You could just glue a strip there and have it be decorative. I don't think this flap is folded quite evenly. It's a little crooked. You could just glue a decorative strip there or put some washi tape and you would just have an extra page. And I do that sometimes, but for this one, I'm going to make a little pocket right there. I could glue it on this side and put the pocket there. I think I like the robots on this piece. I think that's what we'll do. And don't get it right into the crease so that it makes it difficult to fold it. It's just a smidgen away from the crease. It's very easy to put your signatures, the rest of your pages in there like that, and then you'll have your story out of order. So just make sure, double check before you sew it into your signature, into your spine, that there are not two of these pages together. There should be pages in between those pages. Okay, so I just have to carry on and do some more, finish the flaps. I'm going to do one more because this one I won't put a pocket on. That's pretty fun, isn't it? So although I am sewing through 8 pages into the signature, you're going to have extra pages that are attached to the flaps. I'm cutting that to 5 inches again. Five by 7.5. That's the new bottle. It's not even open yet. I'll just put a little strip of this paper on there. It matches the dots, and there's orange in this page. This bottle isn't even open. The seal isn't off it, but this cap has some dried glue inside it, and it's not the one I took off my used bottle. Just a little bit. It's odd. Okay, so this is just going to be 1 inch by 7.5. And the reason I put one flap at the front and one flap at the back is just so we don't have all the extra pages in the last half of the signature. I did go through my golden books yesterday and I pulled some that I'm going to put in my shop. I have so many. And I think I need to go through again and be a little more ruthless. And this one I almost put in my shop until I remembered that I knew I had the stamps, but I forgot about all the other stuff. And I remembered it, so I found it. And there was more stuff than I thought I had, so I thought, well, I better make a journal with that. So I'll just have one more flap to do. Here, is it? See, I did it again. I did it. I put. Now, this is number 2, so where's number 3? 1, 2, there it is, 3. So I'll have to put a flap on that. Right now I want to think about how I want to decorate this, the front cover of the signature. Oh, we have to go pretty soon. Now that's pretty cute. And I could make it a tuck spot or a pocket. I think I'll make it a pocket. Or I could use one of these stickers. I love that, but it would need more, I think. Something else. I think I will just put this on the front and I'll decorate pages inside with those. I'm just going to take a look at my washi tape and see if I have anything that would go with these journals. That's orange and it's got a very faint geometric pattern on it. I don't like those. The colors are right, but not the pattern. How about this? And that. And that. Got some extras here that don't fit in my thingy, but maybe this one. I think there might be a page where robots are in space, so I might use that one, some of that. Okay, so what I want to do is just decorate the edge of the page with some washi before I glue him down. Put some glue stick on the back of the washi. Washi isn't very sticky. It's made to be removable. But I want this to be permanent. I'll just trim off the ends when that glue is dry. Sorry for bumping you. I'm leaving this part open. Robots, robots everywhere. And I'll have to make a narrow tag to put in there. Well, that's a start. So that's going to be it for today, and I'm going to keep working on this, and then I don't know what I'll have accomplished by the time I do the next video, but I hope you'll come back for it, and I will see you soon. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.